Hey there, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what type of bird that is, but you hear it. Do you hear it? Hey, Mad Dog. Hey, 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 sis. Hey, Lance Process. Hey, sis. Mad Dog, you feeling better? Are you feeling better? Cause that didn't sit well with me when you wasn't feeling too good the other day. Cause I believe, excuse me, y'all. I believe somebody that made you mad. Okay. Mad Dog says, welcome in, everyone. Okay. Thank you, Mad Dog. The moderator. Double tap the screen. Okay. Click the three dots and thumbs up the live, y'all. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Y'all know we don't be badgering y'all for the likes, but we do appreciate them. We love them. Thank you for those thumbs up. It was a bad day. I'm okay. Taking a break from studying. Oh, okay. Okay. I feel you. I understand. I understand. Because sometimes, look, especially when it comes to these apps, yeah, they can be trying. Okay? They can be trying. So, I hope it's, I hope you had a good spring break. I hope you had a good spring break. I hope that you had some time to rest so that you can be rejuvenated, okay? So that you can be rejuvenated and get back. Well, did you have your spring break first? I know Joyelle was on spring break, but I couldn't remember if you said you were on spring break too. So if you're on spring break too, listen, I hope you had some time to rest. Because a lot of times, especially if you're in school and you have your kids in school, sometimes you just need spring break to get their rest in. You know, you may not take a trip or you may not go anywhere far, at least. But sometimes you just need to take advantage of spring break by getting some rest. So you guys, thank you for coming into the live. Thank you for stopping by. Whether you say hello or you just watch the legs move. Look at the legs move, and hopefully that will motivate you, encourage you to get up and move your legs, move your body, work your body, work your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body, okay? Professional, personalized disclaimer. Over here in Lion's Pride, let's walk and talk consistently. We're going to use consistency, and we're going to do things consistently. Okay? Not 15 years ago, 10 years ago, one or two times and then start back. This is the Lord's will. We just gonna be consistent. Because we can't worry about what we didn't do consistently and try to prove that. We gotta do what we doing today consistently and be persistent about it, right? My spring break isn't about, oh, okay. Look, that's good. That's even better. That's even better. If your spring break isn't about a week, girl, that's even better. So will your spring break coincide with your kids' spring break? Like, will you guys have the same week off? Professional, personalized disclaimer. Do not do anything you hear me say or see me do over here in Lion's Pride, especially when it comes to your fitness and well-being, your fitness, your health, and your well-being. What we do over here is we drop nuggets, right? We drop nuggets about things that work for us, people we know. The chat they drop nuggets as well. People in the chat drop nuggets about things that work for them, health-wise, as far as their diet goes, and their day-to-day activities, right? So we're over here in Lions Pride walking and talking consistently to encourage people to do the things that make them feel good, do the things that are conducive to their well-being, their health and well-being. Okay, so it's together, so that's good. That's good. So at least you don't have to worry about like you being on spring break, and then when you go back to school, they go on spring break. At least y'all are together. So we got traffic, so we're marching. We're marching because we got traffic. It's like we got action, we got traffic. So at least y'all can do that together. Y'all can be on spring break together. That's good. That is absolutely wonderful. And the kids get to get a break. You get to get a break. And y'all just enjoy some family time. No, do you plan on taking a trip? I'm sorry about that wind, y'all, because I know how it feels when the wind is knocking against the speaker of the phone. It doesn't sound nice to the ear. So it was kind of breezy, and it was nice. And I could tell it was going to get cooler because it got up to like 83 degrees today. So we were trying to wait until it cooled down. So not only is it cooler, it's very windy. It's very windy. So, when it's windy like that, it just knocks against the phone. So if y'all watching me and you're watching the legs move with consistency, turn it down. Turn it down if the wind is bothering your ears, okay? Because that can be annoying. But it feels good, y'all. It feels so good. This wind feels so good. And just remember, don't do anything you hear me say or see me do or anything that anybody puts into the chat. Not over here at Lions Pride. If you do so at your own risk. Because professionally, we encourage you to talk with your primary healthcare provider, be that your GP, your general practitioner, which is your medical doctor, your nurse practitioner, your CRNP, your PA, your physician's assistant. If you've had injuries in the past, you're a physical therapist, occupational therapist, you have any type of health issues, your specialty doctors, right? Any combination of those people I just named, they make up your healthcare team. Even your nutritionist, your dietitian, your fitness coach, your personal trainer at the gym. Always have open lines of communication between you and them and between them, okay? Make sure that they are on the same page when it comes to your health and your fitness, because they say that your health is your wealth. I say your health and fitness are your wealth. I haven't planned anything. They like to be in their room with iPads and say, oh, okay, I got you. Look, that's good, man, dog. Shoot. That's good, because let me tell you, if they like to travel, oh my gosh, if they like to travel, then you gotta get prepared, you know, you gotta get ready. And I love a good spring break trip now. Don't get me wrong, I love a good spring break trip. The only thing about it is, if you're gone for the whole week, if you're going on spring break for the whole week, when you get back, it's like you got that weekend to prepare for another busy week. And it's like, oh my gosh, you got the weekend, all you just got a couple of days. And when you first get home, whether you get home like that Friday or Saturday, you're kind of recuperating from the trip, which is, you know, that was the whole purpose of the trip, is to get a break. But when you get the break, you want to have fun, right? So when you get back home, you kind of, you know, you reset, refocus, and you get ready to restart. And the next thing you know, it's Sunday night. The next thing you know, it's Sunday night, and it's time to get back to work or get back to school. It's time to get back to work, or it's time to get back to school. So sometimes for spring break, it's just nice to kind of chill at home. So if they like being in their rooms and just kind of chilling, that's good. And then they're still occupied, you know. on the iPad and everything else that they like to, whatever, like games and things like that, whatever they like to indulge in, they're still occupied. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. The sun is out, the sun is shining, but it's windy. So that's great. That is great. Y'all hear the birds singing, as we always like to give the birds credit for singing their happy songs. The birds are singing. Okay. They're doing a wonderful thing. The free birds are singing, right? Like me and Joyelle talked about. You need to know the true meaning of Maya Angelou's, okay? Why the cage bird sings, right? But we need to listen to these free birds, okay? Because then you can connect the messages. You can connect the messages. Disclaimer, okay? Exercise and dietary. Come on, man, dog. Giving is based on personal experience. Hold on. Stop the presses. Based on personal experience. Okay? Personal experience and research. Always seek health and medical advice from your own doctors and care team. Mad dog. Come on now. Come on. Give it to him. Give it to him. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because, Mad Dog, you got some crazy people on this here internet. And I'm not talking about the people who, they maybe watch your video and they maybe want to try something that you're telling them that worked for you, or people or they see you. That's why I keep it light over here. I don't do my workout online because that's just my me time. But I do come on here and I walk, because walking is the easiest thing you can do as it relates to your health and fitness. Walking is the easiest thing to do. Now, there are a lot of other free things that you can do. You can walk, skip, run, jog, hike, okay? When it's hot outside, you can go out there and swim in the pool. If it's too hot or if it's too cold, you can swim inside, right? You can go skating, ride your bike around the neighborhood, at the park, up and down the street. Remember, always have your reflective lights on your bikes. Always wear neon type clothing. Always wear elbow pads, knee pads, heck, hip pads and shoulder pads if you need to, because we want to practice safety, right? Safety first. So I just named 9 things, right? Now you can pull out your elliptical, your treadmill, right? Your stationary bike. Now those things aren't free, but guess what? They're a one-time investment. They are a one-time investment. So once you purchase it that one time, if you purchase something that's quality, it's going to last you a long time. And so you don't have to go to the gym, But sometimes people have access to a gym in their apartment complex, as a part of their lease or rental agreement. And sometimes people just like to go to the gym because they feel like if they get out and go, they're going to do what they need to do. Some people can do it at home and remain consistent. But some people feel like, no, I got to go. If I pay for this membership, then I'm going to get up and I'm going to go. If it's at home, I'm going to kind of just look at the equipment. And then you have some people who pay for gym memberships and they don't go and they feel like they wasted their money, right? So, that being said, you don't want to waste your money, right? So sometimes there are gym memberships where they may charge you like $1 a day or something, or a couple of dollars a day, whatever it is they charge it. And you're like, you know what? I should have just got the membership because it's $10 a month. But me paying $2 a day, even if it's $1 a day, and you go 5 days a week, right? If you go 3 weeks, that's $15. So you may as well just pay for the membership, right? May as well just pay for the membership. You might as well just pay for the membership. But if you know that you're not going to go consistently, then and you only go like 5 times a week, then you've only paid $5, and that's good too. That's good too. And to the little bat, the little white bat that's trying to prove what they did 10, 15 years ago, consistency matters, baby. You didn't get triggered to do it again until you came over here in Lion's Pride. Beep, beep. Pull over. Beep, beep. Pull over. Now that is what it is. And you don't have to be careful about what you say. Be a woman and say a name. Be a woman and say a name. Because I know you be watching. But we can play subliminals. Ain't nothing wrong with being petty. Because you be funny. You be funny. Ain't no way I'm going to try to go back into videos that's 10 years old and say, see? Especially when I wasn't consistent. You got to be consistent. Consistency is key. Be consistent and be persistent about being consistent, y'all. Whenever you set your mind to something, and it doesn't mean that you will always do it. There are some things we set our minds to do, and we only want to do them for a short time. And that's okay. It may be a short-term goal. Quit trying to compete with people that you don't compare with. You cannot. And please pay attention to that. Hold on a second. There you go. I hope it, there you go. You see the disclaimer? Mad Dog said it perfectly, okay? Now, it's Friday. Some people had spring break. They're probably enjoying their day. Yesterday, we had a chat full. Today, we don't have that many people, but guess what? You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. You got to keep going, all right? You got to stay on task. You got to stay focused, all right, on the task at hand. So whatever you guys are doing, always remember that. You have to remain focused on the task at hand. Tasks with an S. Because most of us have many tasks, right? Most of us multitask. And again, if you're multitasking and you happen to catch a few seconds or a few minutes of this live, or you catch the first portion, mid portion, or the end, I appreciate you. Hey, I do. I really do appreciate you. Whatever part you catch, I appreciate it, because guess what? I'm sure you're multitasking. You can be doing anything else. You can be anywhere else. But if you chose to spend some time with me today, I appreciate you. If you've chosen to spend some time with me at any point during this week, I appreciate you. You are appreciated. And that's to the subscribers, to the content creators, and definitely, of course, to my moderators. Okay? I appreciate you. Thank you, Mad Dog, for always being supportive. And for always just coming over here and we just have good conversation, right? We get to the point where we know each other and we know when something's we're not feeling something. Because I'm not going to lie, if Mad Dog is still in here, when you was kind of like not feeling it that day, I was like, wait, what's wrong? But I didn't want to keep asking you. Because guess what? When a person is just not feeling it, sometimes there's nothing wrong. Sometimes they just aren't feeling it, right? And so they don't want you to keep asking them. That just makes it worse. So what we do over here in Last Pride is that anybody who is true to this channel, who is authentic with us, and who's not just here to see if they can grab a new sub or two, or see if they can get some type of catchphrase out of my mouth, go back and try to teach something that they hear me say, but they're genuinely here. We feel that something's not right. And so we just try to look after each other. We just try to look after each other. That's what we do. We try to look after each other. So I hope that the weather is good wherever you are. Again, y'all know next week I think will be the beginning of spring, the official beginning of spring. It's been 22 minutes and we've been walking with a purpose, right? Because that's what we do over here. We walk with a purpose. We don't slack around. Some days we do. Some days you're just not really up for moving fast or having a little pep in your step. Because sometimes you need to slow down. Maybe you got a lot on your mind. And maybe you just want to be slow that day, right? Because sometimes when you got a lot on your mind, you want to move fast. right? You want to move faster and faster. But then again, you have those days where you just want to stroll. You just want to stroll, just take a stroll. And it all depends at the end of the day. It all depends on your fitness level. Now, my saying is, I recommend that everybody gets an hour a day of cardiovascular aerobic activity. But if you can't do an hour due to physical limitations, or you're just starting and you're not used to it, so you want to, don't want to go for an hour just yet, a minimum of 30 minutes. A minimum of 30 minutes. And if you do have certain issues, maybe 15. See, we do not professionally, medically, or clinically assess, diagnose, treat, evaluate, or treat. We don't. We don't professionally, medically, clinically assess, diagnose, treat, or evaluate anybody over here. I still need to get my bicycle. Yes. Are you going to get a stationary bike, Mad Dog, or are you going to get are you going to actually get a bike and kind of like ride the neighborhood? Which one are you going to get? You may have said, yeah, sometimes I like taking a walk around the neighborhood, or yeah, going to the gym, or taking, yep. Sometimes it's like, it just depends on how you feel, I guess. Sometimes you want to get inside that gym and just go at it. And then sometimes you want to walk around the neighborhood. You can walk around shopping plaza, a strip mall, or walk the mall. And if you don't like doing that, then walk around your home, like the perimeter of your home, or up and down your street if you don't want to walk the whole neighborhood. Or you can walk around the biggest room in your house and do laps, or 2 or 3 rooms and do your few laps. No, I want an actual bike to ride around it. Yeah, okay. Yep. I be riding my bike, Mad Dog. I hadn't found a way to have my phone. They have these things which you can put on your neck, but I didn't like the feeling of it. But that's a personal preference. You probably will love it. And I'm sure there are too. Or you could just put it like in your arm, put on one of those armbands, and put your phone in a phone holder. Get one of those armband phone holders and put your phone in there. And as you ride, you can still be live. Just let them, people will just see. You won't be able to talk, but people will just see, that you're getting your exercise in. I always set my watch when I walk around large. So yes, exactly. Because it's recommended that you get, well, they've changed that a little bit. It used to be like 10,000 steps. But let me tell you something. You got people on here trying to get 10,000 steps. Like doctors and nurses and certain teachers, they may get 10,000 steps in, 10 or more, 10 to 12, a lot of times up to 20, depending on the particular medical field that they're in, particular job that they're doing. You know how doctors are constantly running. This floor, that floor, especially if they work in the hospital. So they may get up to 20 steps. They definitely get it in. 10 is like nurses, therapists, things like that. Y'all look at that litter. Oh my gosh. And things like that. So the average person, though, they recommend 10 for anyone. But honestly, now if you get 3,000, that's good. 3,000, that's good. So you got people, I've been saying 10, and it's some people been trying to get 10. And I just like, and it's not funny. It's a good thing. But it's funny when it's people that don't like you. These people will not like you for the dumbest reasons. But it's like one in particular, just don't like you, but try to do anything that you do. So she's thinking she got to get in 10,000 steps. But honestly, 3,000 is sufficient for the average person. Because that means that you've done something. Like you don't just sit on the couch. You just don't sit up and watch TV. You don't just do whatever you got to do. You know how sometimes you just do what you got to do? Instead of making moving a priority. It's, don't just sit on the couch. Get up and get on your bike. Get on your stationary bike. Get on your walking pad. Get on your treadmill. Get on your elliptical. I always name about 15 to 20 things that you can do. And over half of the things I name are free. They're free. So put your Fitbit on. Get you a good Fitbit. Not something cheap. Because some of those things, they fool people. They record every movement that they make as a step. So you got some people thinking that they're getting in 3,000 or 4,000 steps, and they're really just getting in like 2,500, because some of those things are so sensitive, and it's not even really extremely sensitive. Some of them, they just pick up every movement that you make, and every movement that you make isn't a step. Now it's good to move your body, yeah. But when you're focusing on your steps, you want them to be your steps. You want them to genuinely be your steps. So like you said, man, now you get your watch, you set your watch, and you don't have to get a Fitbit, you can set your watches. Because watches these days, they have all types of features. And you just set it and let it count the steps for you. You set it and you let it count the steps for you. I don't know where everybody at, y'all. I don't know, is Joyelle? Joyelle's on spring break week, so Joyelle probably getting it in. Joyelle, like, she got to get her some rest. She got to start back up next week. I know she said the kiddos had her running. Hey, retirement days, comfort foods and more. Hey, Betty. Y'all better be on her bike, y'all. She be on her bike. See, you just got to do what you can do. Again, whether it's your bicycle outside, especially this time of year, like spring and fall, those are the best times to be on your bicycle. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. In the spring, it's probably more on the warm side. And in the fall, the beginning of the fall is kind of warm, but then you kind of get cool, especially like after like early evening. Those are the best times to be on your bike. Now, some people ride, they don't care what season it is. It can be summer, it can be hot outside, or it can be winter, like extremely cold. But the best times, if you are really sensitive to heat or cold, the best times, spring and fall. It's so nice. Spring and fall is so nice. Spring and fall. They are the best times. And welcome in, Betty. Betty, have you cooked? What have you been cooking lately? If you're still here, what have you cooked? Have you cooked anything lately? I haven't seen a video. That doesn't mean you haven't done anything, though, because you know how the notifications get sometimes. But, like, I'm pretty good. I usually get some notifications. But seeing you today just made me realize I hadn't seen a video in a while. And you may have done it right, and maybe I just didn't get the notification. But get up and move. You can dance. Get up and dance. Dance, I said. Y'all see the birds have gotten quiet, right? We can't hear the birds anymore. We can't hear the birds. They've gotten quiet. See, birds need a little downtime too. The birds have gotten quiet. That wind is still blowing and it still feels so good. The birds have gotten quiet. Up. Man, dog, we be counting those thumbs up. Somebody either hit the thumbs by mistake or they got mad at something I said. People be peopling. People be so funny. People be so funny about this app that they make pennies on. Pennies. Ain't no way I'm gonna be mad at an app because I didn't hit the threshold. You can hit the threshold. You can easily hit the threshold, okay? The $100 threshold. Look at my dog. You can hit the threshold. You want me to tell you an easy way to hit the threshold? Go down to the local Walmart. Tell those people you want to be a greeter. And all you got to do is greet people at the door for about 4 hours. I don't even think they make you work a whole 8 hours. And look, I ain't mad at you because, shoot, who wants to work 8 hours? Like, we work, some people work because they do love to work. They love their job. Some people, even when they love their job, some people love the job, they want to break sometimes. Instead of 8 hours, they want to do 4. They want to do 6. But you can go down there to Walmart, become a greeter. I don't think Target has greeters, right? Do they have greeters at Target? I don't think so. They usually have security guard up there or something. But you can go down there to Walmart and become a greeter. And I promise you, you'll make $100. What is the pay? What is the starting pay at Walmart? Does anybody know? Do y'all know the starting pay? Thank you, whoever gave me that other 8th thumbs up, because somebody was being petty. I bet it was somebody who was watching me that can't stand me. Hey, Shawanda. It probably was Shawanda. It was Shawanda, I bet. Hey, Shawanda. Welcome to the live. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. You can go down there to the local Walmart. Does Walmart pay $15 an hour, y'all? 20? If they pay $20 an hour, you can go down there and get 4 hours and get $80. And you can do that 2 days a week. Now, if you want to do 8 hours straight, you'll get what? You'll get 160, 24, 60, yeah, 160. Now, isn't that like, I mean, come on now, hit the threshold. You'll hit the threshold. Shawanda says, hey, everybody. That's right, Mad Dog. I want them to ring that doorbell. It's known as that YouTube notification bell. But y'all know I call it my doorbell. Okay? So it's so many ways y'all can support. I appreciate the people who are in here, like my moderator, Mad Dog, no good. Okay? Shawanda, Betty. It's been me and Mad Dog most of the time. Somebody been watching, they just be looking, but that's okay. Hopefully they're motivated. Get up and move those legs. Move those arms. When you move those legs, move those arms as well, okay? Put a little pep in your step, okay? Switch those hips. Work on those love handles, okay? All in walking. See, some people think walk and talk just sounds cute, but we walk and talk for a plethora of reasons. Plethora of reasons, not just because it sounds cute, okay? You want to feel good, right? You want to look good. So start out thinking that you want to feel better, feel good. The looking good will come. If you start out thinking you want to feel good, you want to be good, you want to feel good, the looking good will come. Right? What Dion say? Feel good. All right? Look good, play good, get paid good. All right? Some kind of way it is, but it makes sense, right? You feel good, you're going to look good, you're going to play good, you're going to get paid good. Ring that bell. Ring a ring a ring. Woo! So yeah, I've been walking for 35 minutes. It doesn't seem like I've been on. I was walking before I went live for a few minutes, but maybe like 5 minutes or so. But it seems like it's only been like maybe 15 or 20 minutes. 15 or 20 minutes. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I don't know what your plans are. I've heard that there's going to be some inclement weather. The potential for, we'll say the potential for, because we know God can work that thing out. Where that weather that bad weather doesn't even happen, right? So we're going to hope that it doesn't even happen, right? But if it does, make sure that you know your safe place, your safe space, okay? If you live in mobile homes, get out of there. Hopefully you can stay with some family or in a community shelter, because a lot of communities, I think most communities, have places that you can stay when the threat of inclement weather approaches. So make sure that you do so, and you do so quickly, do so in time, right? Yes, tornadoes and such, yay, fun, mad dog. I think it's supposed to be like, is it Texas? Like it's the South, is it like, I think like Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, is it Louisiana? I think it's like the South or Southwest, something, somewhere in the South. I don't know if it's Southeast or Southwest, but I think like maybe Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. I'm not sure about Texas. Not sure about Texas. But wherever you are, if you're close to any of those places, like say Texas, you might be kind of close to, Louisiana and Texas are close, but you may be a little bit close to, just depending on what part of the state that the storm is going through. I think it said heavy thunderstorms and possible tornadoes, like Mad Dog said. So wherever you are, sometimes it'll touch down on a part of the state, and the rest of the state, it'll just go straight up, maybe to another part of the country, or straight down to another part of the country. So wherever you are, make sure that you are watching the weather. Watch your news, right? Keep your weather radio. I don't know how many people still use that, but I remember my parents having weather radios, and I've always had one. I know it's Bama and I think Georgia. Oh wow, really? Okay, so I was watching the news and I thought it was like 3 or 4 states, but okay, so maybe Alabama and Georgia. Okay. So yeah, y'all look, get in your safe space, your safe place. And don't wait until the last minute. Pay attention to the news. We have our phones, look at your weather apps. Pay attention. Make sure that your locations are correct. Pay attention. And just because it doesn't say your area specifically, if it's anywhere near where you are, go ahead and get where you need to be. Because when these tornadoes and strong storms like that touch down and hit, you never know which way they're going to go. You never know which way they're going to go. So since you never know which way they're going to go, it may be like, it'll be like 100 miles east of us, north of us, south of us, west of us. And next thing you know, they're saying, hey, hunker down, right? Take shelter. So again, keep your phones charged. Keep any device that you have charged. Make sure you can go ahead and charge them up. Make sure that you have batteries, flashlights, And that's when it's like the threat of any type of inclement weather, not just storms, even if it's the threat of a snowstorm, whether it's snow, rain, tornadoes, hurricanes. Have those things available at all times, but make sure you refresh. Make sure that your batteries are, not expired. And just, if you end up using them for something else, when certain times roll around, like I think hurricane season starts when? Like June-ish, when those seasons roll around. And like right now, in tornado season, honestly, I think tornado season can be anytime. Anytime there's a possibility of a really, really bad thunderstorm, I think there's a potential for the formation of a tornado. So just try your best to keep your batteries, your flashlights. I don't like to suggest processed foods, y'all, but y'all know when it's storming, if your electricity goes out and if you're totally electric, you can't cook. Now, some people like keeping gas. If you have a generator and you can do that, that would be good. But if any type of backup that'll help you in the storm, try to make sure that you have everything that you need. Everything that you need. But definitely the old school stuff, like the flashlights, the batteries, what do you call those candles? Not the ones that you actually like. I cannot think of it. Oh my goodness. Y'all know the candles that I'm talking about, though. They don't require matches. You don't have to. They're not wick candles. Make sure you have some of those if you can. I mean, if you do have regular candles, use those and have some matches. But be very careful. Be very careful. Okay? Be very careful. Be very, very careful. Make sure you have some food packets, water, of course, water, juice. We like to suggest healthy things, but look, when there's the potential for inclement weather, you just want to get whatever you can get, right? You want to get whatever you can get. Juice, water, if, a water filter. If you have a water filter, if you don't buy water, make sure that your filter is okay. That it doesn't need changing. Just get those things that you would need in a crunch. Get those things that you would need in a crunch. Get all the things that you would need in a crunch. All the things that'll make it comfortable for you, because when you can't go out, it seems like that's when you want everything. Y'all know when you can't get out because it's snowing or it's stormy, there's a tornado, that's when you can't get the things that you want. And that's when you want everything. So a lot of times, you know, people that live in certain areas, they go and they get food when they think that they're going to be snowed in. Man, look, I suggest you go get food whether it's going to be rain or snow, especially heavy rain, if it comes with the potential of tornadoes. All right. If you live near the ocean, the East Coast, the Gulf, potential of hurricanes, go and, you know, rack up, stock up, get you those snacks, get you that food that you don't have to cook, get you those flashlights, and of course, even though you have your phone, any phones that you have, any the iPads, make sure everything, okay, is charged up. Make sure that everything is charged up, and make sure that you have a weather radio. If you don't have a weather radio, think about investing in a weather radio. And of course, make sure that you have those batteries, and make sure that your batteries match the device. Okay? Have y'all ever been in a situation where you have some type of radio or whatever you have, and it requires AAA batteries, and you have AA, or it requires AA batteries and you have AAA? It requires C and D and you got A, double or AAA. So look at everything that you have that needs batteries, your flashlights, your radio, and make sure that you have the appropriate batteries on hand. And you guys be safe. Be as safe as you possibly can. Again, if you live in mobile homes, ain't nothing wrong with that. Make sure, because a lot of people have mobile homes that are strong enough to sustain any type of weather because they've done work to them, like they bricked them in and things like that. But if you don't and you live in just an average mobile home, make sure you get into a safe place before it storms. Make sure that you get into a safe place before it storms. So again, you guys, look at the legs move. Look at the legs move. Move your legs, move your legs, move your arms. Okay? And don't forget, do some type of weight training activity at least twice a week. Right? At least twice a week. Because that will help tone those muscles, get those muscles stronger, so that when you do your cardio and your aerobic activities, you can go longer. You'll be able to go longer, right? Get those muscles strong. Get them as strong as you possibly can. Tone them. Don't overdo it, right? Just tone them up a little bit. The same way your cardio helps your heart and your lungs, it just helps your circulatory system overall. That weight resistance, that weight training will help create some weight resistance and help to tone those muscles and make them stronger so that you can do those things longer. Okay? Your heart is the most important muscle in your body, right? It is a pump. It's about the size of a fist, right? About the size of a fist. And its job is to get that oxygenated blood to every cell of your body, right? So you want to work it. You want to work it, but you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overwork it. Do not try to compete with your sister, your brother, your cousin, your neighbor, your parents. Again, sometimes parents can outdo us, y'all. the other chick at the gym, the guy at the gym. Guys too. Don't try to compete where you don't compare, because you never know a person's history. They could have been an athlete in the past, okay? Football star, basketball player, track star, cheerleader, volleyball, soccer. Could be an Olympian for all you know. May have once been, could have been in the military. And even those people don't just jump back after a break, right? If they take a break and then a marathon is coming up, do you think that a runner is just gonna take a whole 6 months off prior to a marathon? They may run a marathon in January. The next one is coming up in September. They may take a break from January to about March. From March to June, they're back training. June to that marathon to September, they're probably training heavily, okay? So yeah, they take breaks, but they even train, and their bodies are conditioned to do that. Without training, they can outdo anybody, right? Any average person. But before they get ready to do those events, partake in those events, They train. NFL is off season right now. But before the season starts, they're going to train. They're getting a little break right now, but they won't take a whole break and then the first game of the season go out there without having practice. Okay? That's crazy. So stop trying to compete with people that you know nothing about. You cannot compete where you don't compare. Even those people train. Even when they take a break, they get back into it. They don't just jump up and start again. Make sure that you before and after, you stretch. Think of the word radar. Starts with R, ends with R. When you're doing your workout, you want to start with stretching, end with stretching. But the thing about your workout, sometimes you get tight. And you need to stretch within the workout, okay? Stretch within the workout. It feels so good out here, y'all. And I hate that this wind is, I'm tearing up the microphone, I'm sure. But it feels so good out here. So good. So radar. The R is for stretching. The A is your warm-up. The D is your workout. The second A, you're cooling down. And the last A, you're stretching. We think M&M over here. Moderation and modification. Do anything, especially those little things that we know we shouldn't be doing, like eating junk. It's okay, just moderation. Do so in moderation. Okay? And when you're exercising, when you've come up with a plan with your healthcare team, you've come up with some type of plan, program, routine, regimen, make sure, they're going to make sure that you have some things in there and ways to modify, right? So it's all about moderation, modification, M&M. Moderation and modification, M&M. We got 10 minutes before we hit an hour, okay? 10 minutes before we hit an hour. So if you've been walking along, what does your Fitbit say? What does your watch say? Your phone probably has an app. What does your phone say? How many true steps have you made? And make sure you get one that's good, that's solid. Okay, not a cheap one, a good one. Because those cheap ones, and sometimes even the good ones, they count everything as a step. Your movement, they count your movement as a step. I've heard people say, well, I just sat down and when I got back up, it had moved by 3 or 4 points or steps. It's because it counted your movements. I don't like those. Now, it's good that your body is moving, but you may just be readjusting in your chair, right? You may just be readjusting in your chair. So we got we're down 51 minutes. We got 9 to go. And what do I tell y'all will happen a lot of times? The more you go, the more you want to go. Consistency is key. Okay? Remember, consistency. Not what you did 10 years ago. Not what you did 15 years ago. Your consistency is key. Consistency. Be consistent and be persistent about being consistent. Okay? Okay. Walk with the purpose. Walk with the purpose. Go sideways. Back and forth. Back and forth and forth. We got a lot of back and forth songs. Just think about those back and forth songs. Aaliyah, Cameo. We got a lot of back and forth songs. And we just got simply plain old, I ain't gonna go back and forth with you. Like that's the newest one, right? I ain't going back and forth with you and just So we got 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minutes. We're gonna slow down. We're gonna slow down, and remember, I always say, move with the purpose, right? Move with purpose. It's just like when we end the live and we say peace, positivity, and prosperity. You want to prosper. so you can fulfill your purpose. But when we're moving, we want to keep moving consistently and be persistent about being consistent. Consistently. Keep moving. No matter what your goal is, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to clear your mind, because what? Exercising helps with that. Clearing that mind, helping that mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, spirit, and soul. Right? So it's much more than a physical component. It's much more than a physical component. Hey, Granny. It's much more, Grandma. Much more than a physical component. It's about that mind, spirit, body, and soul. Mind, body, soul, spirit. However, whichever way you say it, just remember, it's much more than physical. So your goal may be just to ease your mind, relax your mind. Of course, to be physically fit. To improve your fitness level, of course. Improve your fitness level. But you also want to relax your mind, body, and soul. Okay? You may be healthy as a horse, right? That blood sugar may be under 100. That blood pressure may be below 120 over 80. That cholesterol may be under 110, 100. Right? So the numbers say that you're healthy. But you also want to be fit. Right? When you go and park, you don't want to park at the front, at the very front. Park and walk. Park and walk. Because those numbers can say that. But how do you feel when you're walking? And yes, you're going to get a little winded, a little bit out of breath. And so it's okay to slow down and or stop, right? But listen to yourself, especially if you're on video. Listen to the playback. Sometimes you'll understand that maybe the walking is what you need to do right now. Walking is the most important component. That's the most important component. And as you build up your endurance, your stamina, your energy, then you'll start feeling better as you talk. Because some people are so focused on, oh, I do the walk and talk too, that they're not listening to how they sound. Okay? You're not listening to how they sound. So you can slow down and or stop. And restart later that day, the next day. Or you don't really have to restart. Just walk. That's the most important component. You're moving those legs, those arms. You're moving your body. Put a little twist in that walk, okay? Work on those love handles as you walk. All right? Walk, 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 walk. See, we're almost down to 3 minutes. Like the 3-minute countdown. Now, that's the true cool down, 3 minutes, right? We're down to our true cool down, 3 minutes. And what you want to do during the cool down is the opposite of what you do during your warm-up, right? When you're warming up, you're gradually increasing that heart rate, getting your heart and body prepared to work. Don't be copying me later. You're getting your heart and your body prepared to work. That is the purpose of your warm-up. You're loosening up those muscles. Okay? Hopefully as you stretch and you start the slow walk or ride on your bike, the synovial cavities are creating more synovial fluid that will lubricate those joints. Okay? That will lubricate those joints. And you gradually get your heart rate up. All right? You don't want to exceed your maximum heart rate for your age and gender. Right? And then when you cool down, you're getting that heart rate back down to resting heart rate. You're getting your heart rate back down to resting heart rate. After you have worked, right? Work that body, just make sure you don't hurt your body. After you have done your work, and it's time to settle down, you want to cool down and bring that heart rate back down to resting heart rate. Now, we get it up into the target range. Make sure you never go over your maximum, but you get it up into your target range, and you determine the amount of weight you need to lose, desire to lose, if that is your goal. You get it into that target range in order to burn fat, right? Because some people think that walking, oh, look at that over there, look at that over there, that's burning fat. It's helpful. It's doing something, right? And if you can't, due to physical incapabilities or physical limitations, walk as fast as you would like, fine. You're doing something. We're working on those joints, right? Getting that synovial fluid. Even if you have joint issues, the more you move, the more your body will still create some synovial fluid. Okay? But if you have limitations, don't worry about it. Walking slow is just fine. It all counts. But for those who would like to lose weight, you have to figure that out by using your maximum and target heart rate and staying within that range, and also cutting back on your calorie intake. All right, at least by 500 calories per week. At least by 500 calories per week. Now, it's wonderful if you can burn those calories each day, because a lot of us burn those about 500 calories or whatever type of exercise routine that you have. But when you eat, you put it back on. That's why half of it is in the diet, and it just depends on the person. So you can cut back with no exercise. You can just cut back by 500 calories a day, which will be 3,500 calories per week, and lose a pound. Right? You've cut back. If you don't exercise, you hadn't gotten there yet. You don't think you want to do that. Cut back on those calories by 500 per day. Get your pen and pencil, Grandma. 500 per day. 7 days a week equals what? 3,500 calories per week. Equivalent to you losing a pound. Okay? That's equivalent to you losing a pound. And then you implement that exercise routine. Now, everybody's not gonna be able to do it. Like person A may not be able to do it like person B. Person B, it may work just like it sounds like it's supposed to work, right? For person A, it may work just like it's supposed to work. But person B may be stressed out. Maybe they're not getting the weight off the way they would like to due to stress, or a lot of things. But if you don't want to work out and trying to lose a little bit of weight, you go 500 calories. Eat 500 calories less per day for 7 days. That's 3,500 calories. That's equivalent to you losing a pound a week. Knocking off a pound a week. Hey, Jordan. I like to share you out. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. Jordan says, hey, everyone in the chat. Hello. I don't know how many are still here, Jordan. But they're in and out on this stream Friday. And I'm sorry for this wind. But it feels so good out here. It feels so good out here. I got to come over there and check you out, Jordan. What did you do today? If you're still in here, what did you do? Did you do, were you boxing, stepping, walking? What did you do today? Because I know you did something. Okay, because that's the J. Jordan way. I know you did something. I know you did something because that's the J. Jordan way. So whatever you did, I got to go over there and check you out. You guys, please check out the J. Jordan. Another person who is definitely all about his health, his fitness, because they contribute to your wealth. Okay? It is good. I'm proud of. Oh, thank you, Jordan. You know I'm proud of you. I'm definitely proud of you. So y'all go over there and check Jordan out. I don't know what he's done today because I haven't had a chance to. I haven't really visited anybody today. But what I do know is that he got it in. I do know that he got it in, okay? So you guys look at this move. That's all that's important. Looking at the legs move. Watch the legs move. And we're supposed to be cooling down. You know, we've gotten to the true cool down, which is like what, 2 to 3 minutes. Well, we're done, right? It's been an hour and 3 minutes. Thank you, Mad Dog. I appreciate that. My doctors told me not to do anything right now. Really, Jordan? Okay. Listen, just listen to them. Listen to them. And then do what you can when you can. I know you already know that. And I know you're going to be right back on it. Mad Dog says, you're welcome. I know you're going to be right back on it. Because the Jordan we know, he got to keep moving. He got to keep going. Okay? His motivation is there. All right? Sometimes we need motivation. Sometimes those of us who you see doing this stuff every day need motivation. Like all of us at some point, at some time, need motivation. Whether it's not just for exercising, I'm just talking about the daily things of life, right? Sometimes you need to be motivated to continue to do certain things. You may be getting burned out. And look, sometimes you motivate yourself by taking a break, right? Sometimes you motivate yourself by taking a break. Sometimes you get kind of, you hit a plateau. Like I always say, it's like writer's block. When a writer can't come up with an idea, a concept for a book, they've hit writer's block, right? Well, sometimes we do that, whether it's exercise or whatever it is. We hit a block. And sometimes we just have to take a break. Maybe it's for physical reasons, health reasons. But as long as you keep that mind right, okay, that will be your motivation to continue to restart. I will be walking tomorrow. Okay, that sounds great, Jordan. See, at least you can walk, you know? So even when you have to take a break from other things, it's good to know that you can still do some of the easier things, right? Some of the easier things. So at least you can walk and still keep your motivation, still keep going, keep moving, keep pushing. That's what it's all about, as long as you can continue to do something. And of course, walking is free. Like I always tell everybody, walking is free, jogging is free, sprinting, skipping. If you got a pair of skates, get out there and skate. Get up and dance. Dancing is free. If you've purchased an elliptical or a bicycle or a stationary bicycle, a treadmill, you've had to pay, but that's a one-time investment, right? That's a one-time investment that'll work for you for a long, long time, right? So it's kind of like you hit that one payment and you're done for a while before you have to get another one. Before you wear it out, okay? You have to get another one. So thank you guys for coming into this live. If you are in, I think, what did Mad Dog say? Alabama, Georgia, or any place close, any state, any of the neighboring states, because like I said, y'all, when it gets to be tornadoes and stuff like that, you never know which way they're going to go. Please, please, please watch the weather, shelter in place, find you a safe place and a safe space. All right? Jordan says that is so true. Yes. Mad Dog says, have a great weekend. Thank you, moderator. Thank you, Mad Dog. You've been in here with me from the beginning. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. We know moderators multitask. They have things to do. So when you guys do come in here and you're in here for the bulk of the live or the whole live, I definitely appreciate you. And if we may not see you because you're doing something, but hey, that's life. That's what it's supposed to be. People need to stop getting mad at their moderators, okay? Now, if you never see people, that's a whole totally different thing. It's some subscribers that you never see, content creators that you never see. That's a different thing. So then you just move around to those that you do see. But you got to remember, your moderators, I don't know, maybe some content creators pay, I don't know. But usually they're doing you a favor, kind of to help regulate the chat. So you just have to understand that they can't always be there for every second of the live. So I appreciate you guys for being here when you are. Jordan says, facts. Yeah, that's why, especially if you're a bigger channel, sometimes that's why you see so many moderators. But I'm not big on having a lot of moderators because this is social media, Now, if it's someone that you know, that you've been dealing with for a long time, and you got like 10 moderators, that's different. But especially smaller channels, or if your chat is kind of small, I'm not big on having a lot of moderators. I try to keep it under, like maybe from 5 to 7. Try to keep it under 8. And whether it's 1 or 8, I don't expect them to be here all the time. I expect them to be here when they can, but sometimes they just come through and say hello. I'm not like a grow channel, so I'm not gonna mod up the whole chat. But people that are very consistent, I don't expect them to be here all the time. That's not what consistency is about when it comes to a moderator. Moderators are those that come in. If you go live 5 days a week and they only come in 1 or 2, and next week maybe they don't come in at all, but when they come in, they're consistent. Like Mad Dog is. Mad Dog, y'all see the pin? Y'all see what I got pinned up there? Okay, they be doing what they're supposed to do. That helps you out a lot. So they don't have to be there all the time. They don't have to be there the whole time. But when they are, I truly, truly do appreciate you guys. I do. But yeah, you got some people, they'll get mad at you. They'll get mad at you, y'all, because you don't come to every live and moderate for every live. You just can't do that. You just can't do that. And then another reason I don't have a chat full of blue, which I could have way more people in the chat if you modded everybody up. Guess what? If you pay attention to what YouTube says, YouTube doesn't like that. Now, they don't really punish you for it, as far as maybe taking away monetization for having a whole bunch of mods and all that kind of stuff. But there are ways. There are things that they do, they express that they don't like that. And it's not that they, it's just one of the it's just not such a great thing to do. But to each his own. If it's working for you, let it work for you. If it's working for you, let it work for you. So y'all know what time it is, right? It's time for us to close this thing out. Don't let bothered people bother you, okay? I don't care what's bothering them. Sometimes when something is bothering somebody, they'll come bother you. Don't let bothered people bother you. It's not your job to even know if they're bothered or not. If you know you've done nothing wrong and they're bothering you, just know that they're bothered, okay? They're bothered. Don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. Sometimes people can have a degree of stress, and then the next thing you know, they're stressing you out. Don't let stress people stress you out. And of course, if you find yourself in a misery lounge, in a misery spot, place, look, don't stay in there. I'm telling you, y'all, sometimes they'll come in your spot. They'll come in as wolves with sheep's clothing. They'll start to unzip those clothes, and then the wolves will start crawling up out of there. You got to get them out of your ecosystem. All right? You got to get them out of your ecosystem. Don't let them ruin your ecosystem. You want equilibrium in your ecosystem, in your spot, in your place, in your home, on your platform, in your channel. I appreciate YouTube for allowing us to have this platform. So every person who has a channel, every subscriber has the potential to have a platform. So don't let people stress you out on your platform. So if you're in their spot and you're trying to enjoy, but things go left, grab your grip and go. Get up out of there. You don't have time for that. Right? And if they're in your spot, tell them to GTGAG. Grab their grip and go. If you're in their spot, UGYGAG. Grab your grip and go. All right? So many other things you'll be doing instead of being stressed out behind someone that you really don't know and someone who does not know you. Right? Get over the stuff that you don't know. Right? And hopefully they'll be able to know that you know people or something. You really have to watch. You really have to watch. You have to be careful. You watch right? So you guys keep your peace. Remember, peace, positivity, and prosperity. Why? You know why. Because without peace, there's what? Chaos. When it's not positive, no positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity live together, roam together, hold hands together, lock arms together, what? You fail to prosper to your fullest potential. I want you guys to prosper to your fullest potential so that you can walk patiently into your purpose. All right? All right? We love the P's, right? We love the P's. And we love that letter R. This weekend, I want you guys to relax, release, relate to the things that you can, resolve the issues that you can, okay? Remember who you are, and the things that you like, the things that you do, the things that bring you joy, the things that bring you comfort. All right? Revisit some of those things. Revisit some places that you haven't been in a long time that have brought you joy. Right? All right? Reconcile some things if you can. All right? Relocate if you need to. You've been kind of burned out. You want to relocate? Relocate if you need to. Right? Right? Reevaluate some things. Replenish your soul, your heart, mind, body, and soul. Replenish. Replenish. You can do that just by doing some new things, or you can also remember who you were by doing some old things. Revisit those things and do them again if they brought you joy. Sometimes we stop doing things and we say, look, I used to love to go whatever, and I haven't done that in 2 years. Try it this weekend. Go walk around the strip mall. Go walk around the mall. Just browse. Reconnect. All right? Reconnect. Refocus. Right? Relearn some things. Right? Retry. Retry some things. Right? Always remember to respect yourself and others, and make sure that others respect you. And if you're not respected, then you get away from the situation. All right? Hey, Stefan, where you been? I'm about to get out of here. Look, yesterday I thought my live ended. You know my battery, I didn't have a charge, Stefan. My battery went out. I kept trying to, the cord that I had, it wasn't working. It doesn't work anymore. So I had to get another one. And I wasn't going to be able to get to it until I got to the house. And I was just walking, and I finally got where I needed to be, and I got inside, got to the car, and got the other cord, and I plugged it in, and that line was still going. I saw Joyelle. Joyelle said, "Oh hell!" I saw Joyelle, and I think you told me to tell those kids to be quiet. I think you told me to tell the kids to be quiet. You're watching Duke versus North Carolina. What you think? What's it looking like? Who you got? You got Duke? You got Duke? How about you want to do the country wine thing Monday, Stefan? Let me know if you want to do the country wine panel on Monday. Right now, I think I was considering one day this weekend or Monday, and it looks like Monday might be better for me. You got Duke? I know, Stefan, this doggone phone. Look, I need a new phone. I do need a new phone. I think I had this phone like 3 years. But my cord, it was the cord. It was the USB. It wasn't, I had it connected to the battery pack. And I kept looking at it, and it kept, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I know that's loud, but it feels so good. It feels so good. I kept looking at it, and it kept like recharging, saying it's recharging. And it would start doing it over and over. And then I noticed when I moved the cord, it would either stop or it would start back. So I was like, I wasn't sure if it was the battery pack, which is an old battery pack, or the cord, but I think it's the cord. I think it could be the battery pack, because I've had that battery pack about 5 years. It's so good. It was good for so long, I had to throw it away. And pretty much when I'm, stationary, when I'm just sitting still and I don't feel like plugging the phone in, if I grab the battery pack, it still works. So I'm gonna have to see. I gotta get a whole new setup, Stefan. New phone, new battery pack. But I think it was the cord yesterday. I saw Joyette, it was just loading. The phone went out. And it came back, and guess what? It came back on not once but twice. And the live was still going. It said, "Do you want to resume this live?" So I hit resume, but you guys were gone. And then so I was like still on the live, just trying to see if anybody, and people were coming on, but I guess nobody who usually drops in the chat, because it was like 5, 6, 7 people, something like that. And so then it went out again. And when it went out the second time, guess what? The phone optimized. It had to optimize. It did a what do you call it when it did an update and everything. Stefan, I was so mad I didn't know what to do. I said, I know this phone is not updating. It did an update. when it went out and I plugged it in and it was already on 0, I had to wait till it get to like 1%. It decided it wanted to do an update. So it did an update. The app's optimized. And it was still live. It said, it asked me again, do you want to restart? Do you want to start over or resume? I hit resume. And so I was on there for a while. I was like, okay. Now, when I wanted to do that, the next time that happens, it's probably going to just like shut off. I thought it was over. It had gone back. I clicked on the YouTube app, and it was just like, the regular feed, and I hit the live button, and it said, you want to resume? And I was like, resume? And I looked at the timer, and the live was still going. So I'm about to get out of here, y'all, okay? I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to try to come on tomorrow. And so let me know, Stefan, if Monday is good. I'll let you know if Monday is still good. I know when it comes to Saturday, Sunday, Monday is looking better. So I'll see you guys then. Again, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you are anywhere near the potential for bad weather or inclement weather, get into your safe place, your safe space. Get your candles ready, your weather radio ready. Okay? Hopefully you don't have the old-fashioned candles, right? But hey, if you do, just be really careful. Just be really careful. And I will see you guys in the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lines Pride, the original. Been going on straight. Consistency is key. Modification are key. Okay? Motivation is key. Dedication is key. There are so many key things to doing the things that you need to do to prosper or to fulfill the goals, reach the goals that you want to reach. Okay? So you guys be good. Have a wonderful weekend. And again, thank you, Mad Dog, so much for being in here. And y'all find something positive to watch. Now, we like a little mess. I ain't gonna lie, we like a little mess. But sometimes the mess gets to be too much, okay? So if it's a little petty, a little messy, that's all right. It's still human. But when it's too much, just go on, keep going. Find something else to watch, okay? Find something else that's gonna keep you in a good mind frame, good mindset, good vibes. All right. Bye, y'all.